Buddy, how did you get on that little tiny shelf? And what are you looking at up there? There's nothing up there. Huh.
Transformed the debate on the death penalty.
Hey guys, how are ya? Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. Let me get some more light on me here. So good morning. I, as you know, hate morning shows. I do not like going to work early in the morning. I had a 5:45 a.m. report time. I could not get to sleep last night for the life of me, trying to get to bed fairly early. I got the cat boxes, the litter boxes done, the food's done, the water's filled. Like, I got the cats situated, the house situated, but I just could not get to sleep. I felt there was something missing, something I just had to do, and I just, everything was charged. I don't know. But I left the house a little bit early to get a breakfast sandwich at McDonald's just to have something in my stomach. And I'm just feeling unsettled. And I listened to NPR. I kind of want to cry right now. What a great way to start a video, right? I'm sorry, guys. Just feeling very emotional. I'm feeling unsettled. I get in the car and I'm driving to work and I'm listening to NPR. And Sister Helen was being interviewed. And Sister Helen was the woman, the nun, that was in the movie Dead Man Walking. She wrote a book. And she, it's hard to really describe what she did, but she had this relationship, a spiritual Christian relationship with this man who killed some children, and it galvanized her into acting against the death penalty. And she talked about what it was like to sit and learn about the person who murdered children and how they are human. They went through horrible lives that transformed them into someone that killed someone else. And it was just really such an amazing interview. And the entire time, excuse me, I'm getting emotional. I don't know why. The entire time I'm thinking of the young man who stabbed me back, in Boston. That was 2007. And there's 2024. It's so much time has gone by. Thinking about that young man and how angry I was with him, how hateful I was towards him and his whole community for bringing him to a point in life where he had to, stab me in the chest for my wallet, and how mad and how angry I was for close to 2 years. And how eventually that I've said the word transformed, how that eventually evolved into my understanding of what it would take, what pain and what goading would take to transform, to make someone go from a happy child into a murderer, into someone who would stab someone for a wallet. And the peace I've come to accept with what happened, but listening to her talk about this first man that she befriended on death row, it really made me think about that young man who stabbed me, and that I hope he's okay. I hope he's all right. That guy who stabbed me, I hope he found a different path. I wish I knew who it was so I could be there. And I don't know. So I'm having these thoughts and I'm feeling much more centered. I'm feeling much more human and much more myself. Strange, huh? Strange. Like you watching this video and me talking about the things I talk about. This is a little tiny snippet of what goes on inside my head 24/7. So, hi, how are you? I'm going to be flying off to Baltimore today. We're not staying at a very fancy hotel because this is a fairly short layover for me in Baltimore. Usually I have 24 hours at least. This time I think I've got 15 hours, so I brought my laptop so I can play a video game. And then I have got another layover somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, I feel better. having listened to that. The cats, oh my god, I didn't get the chance to film them today because my house was so dark. I didn't want to put the bright lights on and distract them or bother them because they were so comfortable. But the cats were beautiful. They were very, very sweet this morning. Unfortunately, Eleanor she likes to lay at the bottom of the bed near my feet, near the front of my feet. And whenever it doesn't happen often, but once in a while I turn because I know that she's there. And I moved my foot and I kind of knocked her off the edge of the bed. She recovered gracefully. She came back up to say, hi, what's going on? But I didn't film anything about them this morning, so I'm sorry I didn't include that in the video now. I'm going to have my sandwich. It's only 4:34. My report time is 5:45. So I'm going to eat my sandwich. I'm going to have some juice. And I'm probably going to get a coffee inside the airport. So thank you for joining me on this video, and let's go to Baltimore, shall we? Okay. See you there. And hello there, hi. So you can hear the jet engine in the background, right? It is 6:01. Our flight time today to Baltimore, 4 hours, 13 minutes, so that could be worse. We have 182 passengers on board. No wheelchairs that I can see on my paperwork, but the only reason I mention wheelchairs is sometimes it's hard to get the wheelchair companies to come on and escort or assist our passengers off the plane in an expeditious manner. So sometimes it takes a long time and it's kind of a drag, but it's not the passenger's fault at all. So, but blah, blah, blah. So far, no wheelchairs. That's good. And the crew's pretty awesome. I'm working with Brenda up in front. I worked with Brenda not long ago. If you remember, I had to be reminded, but it was when there was a mechanical on the aircraft that forced us to stay in LA. So she's awesome. I know I can depend on her in any situation. Sure, she's awesome. So yay, let's go to Baltimore. And poof, just like that, I'm in Baltimore. We had a very nice flight. Very nice flight. Boarding, on the other hand, was pure chaos. There seemed to be seat duplications up and down the aircraft. We had people standing in the front and in the back, and it was a mess. And we had, 4 different gate agents coming on board trying to figure out where things... It was a mess. It was a nightmare. Very unlike Las Vegas. Typically, we don't have a problem with things like that in Vegas. But the flight itself, once we actually got everyone in their seats, was super easy. We did 1 snack and beverage service, and then as we were preparing for our second, it got super bumpy and didn't stop really until the end of the flight. So, yeah, really easy flight. Great crew, a great crew. I'm working with Brenda up in front. I worked with her recently. Chris in the back, and I forgot the other girl's name. Super nice, really nice crew. Very young. I am not, but super nice. I've been in this hotel room probably hundreds of times now, but here we are for a quick room tour. So this I would call the early 2000s. Late 90s, early 2000s. I like that lamp, though. I like that wooden lamp. I don't think there's much of a view. Nope, just a parking area. Ta-da! We're not that far from a casino. I think there's a mall or something nearby as well, but I am not leaving my room. They're going to be serving dinner downstairs after 5 p.m., so I'll be going down there for dinner. My record with eating at hotels has not been stellar, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to peel this uniform as I'm talking to you because I am so ready to be out of it. I want to hit the little boys' room for about 45 minutes, I swear. I just want to go in there and lose 10 pounds. Why do you watch me? And then I'm going to start playing my video game, Baldur's Gate 3. So I will talk to you guys later. Hey guys, how are you? Let's get some light in here. It is a beautiful day outside. Whew, bright. It's a gorgeous day. Wish we had a longer layover. It is just past 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I have been playing Baldur's Gate for, I don't know what time did we get here? I don't know. I fall into a trance when I start playing the game. I am really having a good time playing this game. It's very complicated, very intricate, but Fun, 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 fun. I am wearing one of my favorite new shirts. Let me see if I can show you a mirror. It's just a little Nautica polo sort of rugby shirt, but it fits me so well. I love this thing, and it was $1. It was $1. It was $1 at Goodwill. It was a blue tag, and yesterday everything with a blue tag was $1. Thank you so much. And it's in flawless shape. It's hardly ever been worn, and it's nice and snug around the arms. I love this shirt. And you know, who knew I would ever like yellow? I need to go downstairs and eat something. The hotel restaurant opened at 5 o'clock, and so I'm gonna run downstairs, grab a quick bite to eat, come back upstairs, play some more of my video game, and then hopefully get to bed nice and early. We have a 6:30 shuttle for I think a 7-something report time, and yeah, so let's go downstairs, grab something to eat. I'm down by the bar where I ordered dinner. It is a very busy night here at the hotel bar. It feels like the casting call for the next like Real World on MTV or something. Everyone is like 22, 23 years old, and a lot of drinking white wine and light beer. Yeah, weird. Look at that beautiful sunset. I should be in bed right now because it's about 9 o'clock at night, but look at that sunset. Just beautiful. Good morning, guys. Hi, it is 6:10 in the morning. I'm heading downstairs in just a few minutes for the shuttle. I'm hoping there's some coffee down in the lobby because I could use it. I got about 7 hours of sleep last night, which is really a lot lately when I'm on layovers, so not too bad, but I could use a couple more hours. I had some really weird, strange dreams. One dream, I had a boyfriend, and there was like a whole montage of life experience I had with this absolute stranger. I have no idea. He was too young for me anyway. But yeah, just ready to go. We are going to have a very long day ahead of us, but the weather looks pretty good. Not too shabby. News has this huge storm crossing over this part of the country, impacting everything, but so far so good. So I'll see you at the airport. Hey guys, hi. Just got to the plane, did our safety checks. Apparently we were supposed to be on a 321 that holds 228 passengers. Actually 235, I think, for the new Neo. I'm not sure. But this plane has 182. There are 207 passengers booked, so they're going to be scrambling out there trying to get passengers on their way to LA. Daniel, who was supposed to be our position D today, is going to be deadheading instead because there's no position for him to work. And then I'm wondering if he was supposed to be with us all the way to San Antonio. Is he going to be deadheading again, or I don't know, but we are completely full. We've got one UM. I don't know have our flight time yet, but it's going to be a long time. I'll see you in San Antonio. Hey guys, hi. Welcome to LA. As usual, I wish I had a GoPro that I could wear, that I could show you what goes on during a flight, particularly during boarding. Boarding in Baltimore was absolutely... Hold on a sec. Yeah, boarding was an absolute mess. It was an absolute mess. We had a ton of seat duplications. There was a lovely woman and her child or her grandchild who were being split up because the computer system just sat them in different seats. And in trying to get them to seats together, nobody on the plane, well, we finally got one person, but it took Herculean efforts to get anybody to volunteer to move for a mother and child, or a grandmother and a child. It was absolutely abysmal. And I hate to say this, but our gate agents frequently don't work for us, just in our Fort Lauderdale terminal. But our gate agents don't really work for us. So they're not maybe as invested as I am in our customers or our passengers. But this one gate agent said, well, if you can't find seats for them, they're not going to fly. I'm just not. He just threw his hands up in the air and walked off the plane. And I was just incensed. But it all worked out well. Oh, hold on. Oh my God, this is so loud. All right, got myself a little croissant. So once boarding was complete and we got all of our passengers on board, because we did, again, to enormous effort, the flight was lovely. After boarding, the flight was lovely. Our passengers, as I usually tell you, were amazing. Patient, tolerant of each other. Everyone respected each other. It was really just a great, and that's usual, but it was a really nice flight after the chaos of the boarding process. There were some bright lights on the plane. We had a couple families with little kids that were just darling. There was a gentleman in row 2A, who has been in some movies apparently, and so I'm gonna do a little Googling and find out who he was. Lovely, a lot of fun, great charisma, an actor. So, and just a couple of bright lights on the flight. A lovely little UM who had never flown before by herself. Hi guys, hey, how are you? This next flight, we have 177 passengers going to San Antonio. I don't know the flight time. It's going to take too long. That's all I know. Oh my God, I'm so tired. Yeah, we're on our way. I'll see you in San Antonio. Or, is that where I'm going? Yeah, San Antonio. See you soon. Oh, hey guys. Hi. Welcome to San Antonio. We had a very nice 2-hour, 37-minute flight here to San Antonio. Very nice passengers. The flight crew were very nice, but I've been really enjoying my cabin crew. I've really had a great time. Kayla and Chris in the back and Brenda up in front. It's been a really nice crew. Yeah, so they've been the star of the show for this trip. We have like a 12 or 13 hour layover. Our show time tomorrow is at 5:55 in the morning. I'm thinking of taking the 5 a.m. shuttle because I don't think 25 minutes is enough to get anywhere from the hotel to the airport. So I just want to go get to the hotel and peel off this uniform. I will see you there. All right, so we're on the shuttle. I forgot to tell you, the actor I told you we had on our first flight of the day, his name is McCall Lombardi, and he was so interesting and so charismatic, just sitting there. And so, you know, I checked out his Instagram. Remember the other day when I was like, what's it like to be beautiful? You know, his photographs are, he was great looking in person, but his photographs are like stunning. I'm like, what's it like to be, you know, whatever. But he's a real actor. He's in a bunch of movies. So it was kind of cool. You know, we don't meet a lot of celebrities on my airline. Although Flavor Flav apparently flies us all the time. I'll see you at the hotel. All right, welcome to the hotel room here in San Antonio. We got a little sink and vanity. It's not a fancy hotel, but do you hear that noise? Do you hear this noise? Yeah, anyone remember Land of the Lost? It sounds like a slee stack. Shower, closet. We stay out of closets these days. The room looks very nice and clean, if not decorated. It's very clean. The bed looks nice and sumptuous. We got a little desk here. I'll be taking care of that with my laptop. No stains that I can tell on the sofa. And the pool is right outside, but I don't hear or see children, so that's good. I took my bathing suit out of my suitcase. I just remembered. Whatever. I am going to, it is, let's see, it's 5:02. The bistro downstairs opened at 5. So I think I'm going to run downstairs. I'm going to keep my uniform on just for a few minutes longer. Grab a quick bite downstairs. And then maybe you take it upstairs and take this uniform off. And then we have a 5 a.m. shuttle, and followed by a 5:55 a.m. report time at the airport. So, but it's one leg. We're going home after this. One leg home. It's going to be short, but you know, something always happens on the last leg of the day. It's always go home day, last leg. Something goes wrong. Some of you out there right now are saying, Stephen, don't speak it into existence. Don't manifest negative things. If I could manifest things, honestly, if I had that kind of power, my life would look very different than it does right now. So, yeah, I'm not going to manifest anything negative. So I will see you in the morning unless something happens this evening. All right, bye. Well, I am getting cranky. Not an uncommon occurrence lately. I just stood at the bistro waiting for someone to recognize that I was standing there, and nobody came out. And I probably spent 10 minutes hanging out in the bistro, waiting for someone, you know, to, hi, can I place an order, blah, blah, blah. There's a McDonald's literally next door, so I'm going to McDonald's. That's twice on this trip I've eaten McDonald's. Could be worse. I could be doing heroin, right? Right. Oh. Look at me. I look like some evaporated piece of husk from a mummy. Oh my God. I am so sleep deprived. It's not even funny. It's actually very quite sad. And I'm a little irritated with myself, angry with myself, because I know what happens when I get a new video game that I'm obsessed with. I don't sleep. I can't sleep. I get to the hotel room yesterday. I pull off my clothes after eating at McDonald's real quick, and I start playing my video game before I've even finished taking off my clothes. And I don't stop playing until like 11 o'clock last night. I had to wake up at like 4 o'clock, and I did not sleep. I'd lay in bed. I finally get to sleep. I'm complaining. And about 1:30 this morning, 1:45, someone in a balcony right across from me starts screaming off the balcony, screaming. I can hear it over the air conditioner. And I don't wear earplugs because I'm afraid I'm gonna not hear my alarm. Screaming nonstop, over and over. Not like help, help. Screaming like I'm cuckoo. And it just doesn't end. It doesn't end. I finally get up. I'm looking out the window, all prepared to open the window and scream back, because I'm crazy at this point. And someone from the hotel security staff is standing out there with a flashlight. Yeah, you know, what are you doing? What are you crazy? Yeah, I finally got back to sleep, but I had to wake up at like 4:15 to get ready for work, and it is now 4:44. I'm going downstairs for the shuttle. The silver lining to this morning is that we only have one leg. God help me. I hope nothing goes wrong. But we get breakfast downstairs. They actually have a hot breakfast sandwich or a hot breakfast burrito that's actually handmade. It's not like some Jimmy Dean sausage thing for us to take as our grab and go. So that's the silver lining. Hopefully there's coffee. We're going to get to the airport with plenty of time for coffee. We have a 5:55 report time. So I will see you either downstairs, oh, there goes my alarm, or at the airport. All right, bye. And yes, I set an alarm for when I have to leave the room. I set 3 alarms to wake up, 1 minute apart, so I don't hit snooze and just go back to sleep. And then I hit an alarm that says get out of the room. And then I have another one that says get the hell out of the room, right now. Because I don't want to miss a shuttle. You miss a shuttle once in your life, and that's the last time. All right, I need breakfast. Oh, yeah. There's a life lesson there. Hey, guys, so the person that was yelling, my lens is filthy. The person that was outside yelling I told you about last night, apparently it was an old lady who, I feel so bad, but there's also humor here. Schadenfreude, that's the word, Schadenfreude. There's a latch on the door to the balcony, and I guess if she had flipped it up, and when she closed the door, she must have closed it real hard, kind of like when our passengers close the bathroom door, they have to slam it. But the latch fell, and it locked her outside, and she didn't have her phone with her. She's screaming and yelling for 2 hours. 2 hours until someone called the police for a disturbance. Nobody, and she's on the other side of the hotel, so I just barely heard her, but like nobody around her called the hotel staff. They all just called the police. So the police came over for a disturbance, not a poor person who's been locked out of our hotel. Who doesn't take their phone with them when they go out to the balcony, though? Like, I take my phone everywhere. To the bathroom, I take my phone. I feel bad, but she's hopefully resting. Poor thing. They're making our sandwich for us now. God, it's awful. All right, so I've been very lucky over the past few couple trips in not being randomed. I was randomed here in San Antonio. I did not film the line. That I didn't have to wait in, thank goodness. But the regular TSA line was, I mean, a quarter mile long. It looked like a level of hell. It was so long. So I got through pre-check, and all of the agents were like, go ahead, cut to the front, go ahead, cut to the front. So I was like, it was like this, so great. So I had a breakfast sandwich at the hotel, and now I am at Cinnabon, and I'm getting a Cinnabon because I'm skinny now. I shouldn't, but I am. Say my name, when no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you. Oh, look at that. And hello, just like that, I am in Las Vegas. I am feeling invigorated, not for the right reasons, though. Anybody remember not Golden Girls, Designing Women? Do you remember Designing Women? Julia Sugarbaker, when she would get on her soapbox and tell you just what had to change and why it had to change. And I had my Julia Sugarbaker moment on that aircraft today. I'll let you know all about that when I get to the car and I can debrief. But it was a short day, but it felt very dramatic. Yeah, let me go to my P.O. box and I'll tell you about that once I get to the car. But I'm feeling invigorated. There's nothing like getting me mad to get me energized. Let's see what's in my P.O. box. Headphones from my tablet. Nothing terribly exciting. All right, I will see you at the car. Hey guys, welcome back to Las Vegas. Welcome back to my car, Shimi. So today, short, but eventful. So, boarding, chaos. Boarding is always crazy, but today, boarding was chaos. There were seat duplications, people were moving all over the place, and then our gate agent shows up and says, hey, surprise, we have to move a bunch of people. We've got a family of 7 coming on board, and there were 3 adults and 4 very small children. So, and we had to somehow, I guess they were assigned to the exit rows or something, I don't know. But we had to move people out of their regular seats into the exit row, which you think would be easy. You'd think that would be simple because everyone wants the emergency exit row for the legroom. But there were no volunteers, and the people we asked said no. And I literally had to get on the PA, and it was like, hey guys, how are you? You know, we got a family here. We're trying to make room so they can sit together. You know, there's lots of small children. I'm going to ask if anyone is willing to, you know, be reseated into sometimes better seats. If you just do us a favor, if you could just let us know if you'd be willing to move seats. And there were no volunteers. And I literally said, you know, you would appreciate this if this were your family, right? So if you just help us out, that would be very nice. Thank you. Still nobody. But my coworkers today, Kay, Brenda, Chris, it was his birthday today. Everyone wished Chris a happy birthday. He is a spectacular human being. And, but my 3 coworkers were outstanding. I literally was almost like brought to the edge of emotions because they just handled chaos in a very loving, careful way, well thought out. As a flight attendant, you frequently have dozens, if not more, different things that you have to kind of keep in play to manage people's expectations and also set some expectations. It's not easy, and boarding can be complicated, but my coworkers handled the situation so beautifully. It was magic. And Brenda later on was like, what was so special about what we did? Because she's so good. She's so good. She doesn't understand why I was surprised. She's just such a good flight attendant and a good person. It was such a joy to work with her, and then Kayla and Chris in the back. Just fantastic. Well, once boarding was done, ridiculously easy flight, 2 hours and 14 minutes. Super simple, no drama, no trauma. We had a little bit of turbulence and people handled that well. It was great. And deplaning, easy. But we had a young lady who was sick at the very end, and she's actually coming here to the West Coast to look for, have I inhaled yet? I feel like I'm just talking. She is looking, she's going to a specialist because her mom doesn't know what's going on, what's wrong with her. She's sick, and she was visibly feeble. Her mother, and the young lady was probably 10, 11 years old maybe. Her mom carried her to the front of the plane to sit in one of our front seats so we could get a wheelchair for her. And the young lady, she was like, her eyes were glistening with tears, just ready to pour. You could see how anxious her mother was by the way she was holding her daughter's hand, kind of crouched down a little bit, holding her hand to make sure she was okay. And not unusual. I mean, unfortunately, that's not an unusual situation. What was unusual is that we had these cleaners come on board. Now, I appreciate, how's this for a monologue, right? I appreciate our cleaners. They do spectacular work that I would be unwilling to do myself. I appreciate them greatly. But sometimes they jump onto the plane in the middle of deplaning. They'll like it's awkward. And then they'll be moving the giant trash container out from the front galley into the galley, which is blocking egress. If you're a flight attendant, you know how important that is. And in this case, this little gate agent, this little cleaner was bossing me around, telling me to move here, move there, and every time I move somewhere, no, you can't stand there, and she's yelling at me. And in front of our passengers, and she's telling me, like, you need to do this, I have a time limit. They do. They only have like 9 minutes to clean the plane. And can you tell I've only had 2 hours of sleep? And she's yelling, and I do lose my patience, and unfortunately I was showing how upset I was in front of our guests. But I felt righteous, and righteous anger is not for me. It is not a safe place for me to be righteously angry, even if I'm right. And then she did this. She's like, "What's your name?" And she starts looking at my name tag. What are you trying to bully me with? Trying to try to make me think you're going to get me in trouble for doing my job? And I'm like, go ahead, write a report, complain about me doing my job, trying to keep my passengers safe. It was heated. It was heated. And she's this little teeny lady, and there's me, up here. And she was just, and I was just furious. So I got off the plane, and I did hold it together, and I expressed my needs to talk to a supervisor for them regarding what happened. And I spoke to a very, very nice man. And I was very good at being firm, but decisive in my explanation of what went wrong. It's inappropriate, and I believe it is it's written somewhere that the cleaners aren't to pull out the trash cans until passengers are off the airplane, because if we have to evacuate while passengers are on the plane, they can't get out. Blah, 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 blah. How's this for an ending? So I think I started this video off with me talking about me being stabbed and how emotional I was. And now I'm talking about this drama of me being so furious at this cleaner. Oh my God, what a video. So I spoke with with the supervisor. I think his name is Brian. He was very, very nice. He hinted that there were other problems in the past regarding this person. And he may have said that to make me feel better. I don't know. But, and I said, I thank you so much for listening, and I hope I wasn't too upset. I did my best to control myself, because I can turn into Julia Sugarbaker, if you know what I mean. But that was the end of the day. Such a short day at work, but it started off with a little chaos, ended with a little drama. Not my favorite things, but whatever, it's done. I am going to go home, give the cat some treats. I'm going to take a little nibble of something. Hopefully I have something in the house, and then we're all gonna take a little nap because Daddy is tired. Yeah, so thank you for joining on this chaotic video. What do I have in my hand here? Oh, I had to write down that cleaner's name in my hand. So I will see you guys in the next video, which is going to be, tomorrow. Because tomorrow, as you probably know, because I tell you all the time, is my anniversary. Tomorrow is my 22nd anniversary of sobriety. Oh, and I forgot to, I have to set an alarm to remember to go to a meeting tonight, because it's a coworker is celebrating his first anniversary of sobriety today at a meeting I'll be going to at 5 o'clock tonight. So he's going to be celebrating his first anniversary today, which is much more impressive than 22 years. Because staying sober for 1 year, for a day, is harder, is harder, I should say, than being sober for 22 years. Because at a certain time, 22 years is easy. 21 days, a year is very hard to do. So I am very excited for him. Yeah, so I'm going to somehow manage to take a nap with all this energy I've got. And I will thank you again for joining me. And I'll see you soon in the next video. Fly safe.